Apparently it's very funny to watch me figure this out if I'm live or not. I'm going to assume that I am. I'm going to wait a minute to get talking just to see if anybody joins me. Because it tells me I've been live for 1 minute and 25 seconds, which like is impossible, right? I don't really know. So this live is break up with your scale. It is the kickoff for my live training series this week. Break up with your blank and have easy. What is going on? It's like doing this glitchy thing. If you're watching, can you tell me if it's glitching for you? This is fun. Gotta love technology. Gotta love it. All right, so as I was saying, we are kicking off the break up with your blank and bring out your badass live training series this week. And I'm calling it break up with your blank or break up with your BS because you can fill in the blank with whatever it is that you know to be holding you back in your ability to make consistent, easy fat loss and fitness progress that just feels good. Because a lot of times we think we're like doing it right, but we're actually miserable. Not glitching. Cool. Thank you, Katie. So this first training is about breaking up with the scale. And I wanted to start here because our attachment to the scale and the way that we are just hell bent on seeing that weight go down is all a mindset thing. And we always want to start a training series like this with mindset because we got to get ourselves in the right place mentally and emotionally because our physical results follow after that. So we're going to start with the scale today. And like I said, this whole training series is about things that I know are holding you back, but you can fill in that blank with whatever it is that's holding you back because all of these steps that we're going to take in the next 3 weeks, oh my God, 3 days are going to be things that you can, like humps that you can get over to help spark quicker, faster, easier, happier progress toward your goals. So I picked these three things. Today is the scale, tomorrow is the treadmill, and Wednesday is dieting because those are 3 things that I know are holding you back. They held me back for years and years and years. They hold back pretty much every client that I start to work with when we first start working together because they're just things that are like ingrained in our culture that we let hold us back because we think that's what we have to do. And honestly, those things are really holding us back from reaching our goals. So let's get into the whole thing. We're starting today with the scale. And if you have worked with me in any capacity of coaching, or you've been following me, this is weird, or you've been following me for a little bit, you know that I hate the scale. I think it is a terrible piece of equipment, and I don't even know why it's like a thing to have a bathroom scale. Isn't that a weird thing to have in our house? I feel like it'll go back to like sort of Mad Men marketing scheme. Like someone was like, yeah, we should make women feel like they have to weigh themselves every day because then we can sell a lot of this product. And that is like some BS that really pisses me off. So we are attached to the scale. We are attached to the number that comes onto the scale, and we let it dictate our self-worth and how good of a day we're going to have. And that is really sad. That is so not how we should be living our lives because we are amazing humans that are more than just our momentary relationship with gravity, which is all that a scale is going to measure. So we need to start out with understanding why we're so attached to it, because once we realize that, we can kind of like let that go. We can kind of grow up a little bit and get real with ourselves and let go that attachment. So the first thing is that there is no magic number that you're finally going to see on the scale that's going to solve all of your problems. If you're looking for that number that you have in your head, because we all have one, and it's some like random number that you feel like is your like goal weight. If you feel like reaching that goal weight is going to solve your problems, make you more confident, make you show up better in your job, make you live your more full life, it's not. You can start doing those things right now. It has nothing to do with that number on the scale. We have been, though, conditioned, like I said, for decades to feel like our value and our weight are not directly proportional, inversely proportional. Like we are more valuable to the world if our weight is lower, which is absolute crap. Like you have gifts that you bring to this world, regardless of what weight you are. And chasing that number kind of shrouds us from being able to chase the things that we actually should be chasing in a fat loss and fitness journey, like feeling good, like having more energy, like feeling comfortable and confident in our clothes. Like those are feelings. Chase a feeling, not a number, okay? So we've been conditioned for years to feel like we have to weigh a certain amount to be worth anything. And that's like devastating. And when you dive into a weight loss or a fitness journey, It's the feeling that every day I have to step on that scale and every day my weight has to go down, otherwise I'm failing. And that's just not true. If your weight is going down every single day, you're doing something wrong, actually. You're probably losing too fast, which means your calories are too low, which means you're causing yourself some metabolic trouble later on. So we feel like the scale is the only measure of our progress and of our worth. And we got to let that go. And that comes with a lot of mindset work and a lot of like self-love and self-value. But you are worth more than your scale. And if I can yell it any louder, you are worth more than the scale number. Your progress can be measured in other ways that will make you feel better. You get the message? Okay, cool. So the other thing, besides having been conditioned for our whole lives to believe that we need the scale to be going down to be successful, we are also in a culture and in a state of the world where we are addicted to instant gratification. So the scale is something that we want to step on there and feel like what I did yesterday is automatically affecting what I'm doing today or the progress that I'm making today. And it just isn't that simple. It is so much of a bigger, more grand picture than just yesterday, cause and effect to today. So we have to kind of, and this is where I say grow up, we have to kind of grow up and let go of that sort of childish mentality that we're going to get instant gratification for the work that we're doing, because this is a long haul game. Health and fitness and fat loss and just like overall wellness is in it for the long haul, long-term commitment. It is the longest, most serious relationship you will ever be in. So we have to kind of back away from the need for instant results and instant gratification. And instead, look at the big picture things that we're doing and the long-term commitments that we're making and the long-term consistency that we're building, and use that as a way to let the scale not mean as much. If it fluctuates a little bit here and there on a day-to-day basis, that's going to happen. So maybe stepping on the scale every morning isn't necessary. I know. I personally don't own a scale. I have no idea how much I weigh. I go to the doctor sometimes and they weigh me there and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. But that's it. Because I had to get over the need for the instant gratification, especially when I'm doing like a cut and I'm trying to shed fat and build muscle. You want to see that scale go down because it like tells you that you're losing fat, but enough with the instant gratification already. Stay in it for the long haul. Stay in it for your long-term health and wellness, and like stop giving this faulty piece of bathroom equipment power over how you feel about yourself, because nobody can control how you feel about yourself except for you. So we should always be celebrating the progress, always be celebrating the good things. And just because the scale bumps doesn't mean that you aren't making progress. There are so many reasons why the scale will fluctuate day to day. And I'm not going to go into that right now because we've all heard it before, like stress, hormones, water retention, sodium levels in the meal that you ate last night. Like there are so many things. Have you pooped today? That's a big one. There are so many things that can affect the scale. And this is not about like nitty gritty science. This is about big mindset shifts. The scale is not the end all be all of your fat loss journey. It just isn't. So it is a piece of data. We can use it as data. And if you are someone who can objectively weigh yourself and take it as data every morning, then fantastic, more power to you, sister. I'm not that kind of person. So back in the day when I was addicted to the scale, I was weighing myself at least once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And it had the power to shift whether I was in a good mood or a bad mood, whether I liked myself or didn't, whether I got along with my friends and boyfriend or didn't. And that is a huge problem. So we don't need to collect that data if it weighs on your emotions. It's just one piece of data, and there's other valuable ways to measure how you're actually progressing. So take it as data if you have the emotional, maturity and stability to do that. And if not, don't, right? The ways that I love to track progress that I think are more valuable than scale weight. First of all, take measurements and take progress pictures every 2 to 4 weeks. Because when you take measurements and you take progress pictures, you're actually seeing the change in size of your body. So that's actually what we're going for, right? Like people say they want to lose weight or lose fat, but really they just want their body to get smaller and healthier. So when someone looks at you, they don't look at you and see like 156.5 pounds, where yesterday you were 156.2 pounds. Like nobody sees that. What they see is the overall shape of your body. They see your confidence, they see your energy, and that measuring that kind of stuff is actually what is going to give you like the motivation boost and, you know, the reassurance that you're doing things the right way, and actually get you kind of that positive, what's the word I want? Positive support that you're looking for. I'm thinking like teacher terms like PBIS, positive behavior intervention support. It's like cheering you on for the good things and not dwelling on the bad things so much. So take measurements and progress pictures every 2 to 4 weeks. Taking them that far apart allows you to kind of zoom out, because sometimes when we're too like in the journey and we're too in the numbers and we're too in the day to day, we can't actually see the kind of progress that we're making on a bigger, you know, scheme, bigger view. So waiting to take measurements or pictures every 2 to 4 weeks allows you to kind of zoom out and see like a start to a finish, and how the consistency and how the system that you're working is actually working for you over a longer term commitment, as opposed to that like instant gratification thing that I was talking about. Another really great way to measure your progress if you're doing any kind of workout program is to rate the toughness of your workouts. It's your rate of perceived exertion. So to see like how hard are these workouts, and in 4 weeks, are they easier? That means that you're getting stronger, you're getting more fit, your cardiovascular health is improving, your strength is improving, your muscle mass is growing, your fat mass is decreasing. Like, we can measure those things just by how you feel in your body and in these workouts. And those things are so much more valuable, because the pictures and the comparison with how you look or how you fit in your clothes, the way that you feel, the confidence, the health in your body, that's the shit that you actually want. Like, who cares what the scale says? You know, like, those numbers are arbitrary. There's a very good likelihood that the scale in your bathroom is not completely accurate anyways, because it's just a piece of equipment that's been sitting on your floor for 10 years. So how do you know that it's actually calibrated right and whatever? So it really doesn't hold that much value. What does hold value is how you feel, how you look, how you carry yourself, how much energy you have, how you perform in your workouts. Like, those things matter, and those things change your physical appearance in the way that you want it to. So overall, what this is doing is taking the focus and taking the drive and motivator for you away from a number and towards bigger picture, more health focused goals that are ultimately more important in your life. Because, you know, nobody ever lives their life like, I'm so proud that I stayed at 125 pounds for my entire adulthood. Nobody looks back on their life and thinks that. They look back on their life and thinks like, thank God I was healthy, I was confident, I had energy, I was able to go out and do all the things that I wanted to do. And that's what the point of all of this is. And when you feel like you are confident and energetic and fitting in your clothes right, and you like carry yourself with a little bit more like poise and confidence, that is when you are being your most badass self. That is when you are being your most kind of complete, most highlighted version of yourself. And no matter what you're doing, you will be a badass at what you're doing, because you are carrying yourself and you are believing in yourself in that way. So that's my spiel about the scale. To wrap it up, we have been conditioned to believe that the scale matters, and our addiction to instant gratification has made us believe that day to day we need to step on the scale and we need to see that constant downward progress. But we know, you know, academically and logically, that there are lots of reasons why the scale fluctuates, and it's fine, doesn't always represent the kind of work and the kind of progress that we're making. So we want to use the scale as objective data if we can. And if we can't, get rid of it. Break up with that bitch. We don't need that scale around. All she's doing is ruining your day, and that's not cool. That's not even like a good friendship. Why would you keep her around? So instead, let's measure data with progress pictures, measurements, and just overall reflecting on like how you feel in your body, because that is the most important thing. At the end of the day, it's about the feeling, not about the number. So your dare for today, and here's what's going to happen. Every day for the next 3 days, I'm going to give you a dare. And if you do it and you tag me in it on Instagram or on Facebook, you will get entered to win the giveaway at the end of the week, which is a week's free access to my training app, which is essentially like a week of free training with workouts in there. You get to experience what the app is like. It's freaking awesome. I'm so glad that I had that as part of my coaching package. So the dare today is to not weigh yourself for the rest of the week. Literally hide your scale. And I want you to like tag me in a picture or a video of you putting it like under your bathroom sink, or like in a closet somewhere, or like throw it away for bonus points. Don't weigh yourself for the rest of the week. Keep doing all the healthy eating and workout stuff that you're doing, but don't step on the scale, and let yourself back away from the addiction to that number. That's your dare. So tag me in that, and you'll automatically get another entry into that giveaway at the end of the week. And I am just like super excited for you to do that, because getting rid of the scale and actually throwing away my scale was a huge point of freedom for me in my personal journey, because I did it when I was recovering. This shirt, what is going on? I don't know. I did it when I was working on recovery from pretty disordered eating behaviors, and I was like, I need to stop caring about what I weigh. I have to, because I'm going to be a slave to this scale and a slave to this like horrible eating patterns for the rest of my life. So like, get it out of here. Anything that's not serving you, done. So that's your dare. Get rid of the scale, back away from the emotional addiction, the instant gratification need, and start working on chasing that feeling, that energized, confident, fit feeling that we're going for. Tag me in the dare, and I will enter you in that giveaway. And drop any comments or questions in this video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. And we will catch you here tomorrow at 1 for another training, a little bit more like fitness science based, about breaking up with the treadmill and how doing too much cardio is actually holding you back in your fat loss and fitness journeys. And that will get a little bit more into the science of fitness and muscle building and fat loss and all of that. So mindset day, check. Ditch that scale. We will move on to fitness tomorrow, and then diets on Wednesday. So I will catch you here at the same time, 1 o'clock. See you soon. I never know how to end these things. Ta-da! Okay.